You probably have this in your fridge right now. Most people never think twice about it. But what are you actually eating? So I put 3 popular butters through extreme stress tests: heat, pressure, melting, and microscopic structure. And what I found under the microscope was not what I expected. Let's investigate. So for this test, I picked 3 unsalted butters you can find in stores: Vital Farms, Kerrygold, and Land O'Lakes. Each sample was kept unsalted, cut to the same size, and tested under the same conditions. First, we'll look at them under the microscope before the stress tests begin. So first up is Kerrygold. The reason I'm doing this test, butter may look the same in the package, but heat can reveal differences you can't see with the naked eye. And if we find those differences, the microscope may help us explain them. So this is pretty cool. So total time was 43 seconds for the ball to melt from the surface to the bottom of the butter cube. So now let's see what's happening beneath the surface, because while the heat test shows us how the butter behaves, the microscope may help us understand why. So here's a quick pressure test. If there are any kind of structural differences hiding inside this butter, pressure may help bring them out to the surface. So let's take a look. So finally, we're at the microscope and we're at 40 times magnification. And the first thing you'll notice is the blue stain. That's methylene blue, and I'm using it to create a contrast so we can see details that would otherwise be difficult to spot. Even at this magnification, Kerrygold doesn't really appear completely uniform. So notice how some areas are much darker than others. One possibility is that different parts of the butter are interacting with the stain differently, which could be related to variations in moisture, fat distribution, or the overall structure of the sample. One thing that immediately caught my attention was these river-like channels running throughout the slide. Now, I can't say exactly what each of these channels contains from the microscope image alone, but what we're likely seeing are boundaries within the butter where the stain is concentrated. Now remember, butter isn't just a solid block of fat. It's a mixture of fat, water, and milk solids organized into a surprisingly complex structure. And this is only 40 times magnification, you guys. We're just getting started. Now we're up to 100 times magnification, and right away something interesting starts to appear. Take a look at these dark blue channels running throughout the sample. My best guess is that we're looking at water-rich regions of the butter. Since methylene blue mixes much more easily with water than fat, the stain is likely following the moisture through the sample. And meanwhile, these lighter areas are probably more fat-rich regions. So instead of one solid block of butter, we're actually seeing a network of water and fat organized throughout the structure. Let's go to 400 times. So here we are, 400 times mag, and what looked like rivers and islands a moment ago is starting to break apart into much smaller structures. Take a look at all these tiny specks spread throughout the sample. If I had to make a guess, we're probably looking at a mixture of fat droplets, milk solids, and water-rich regions interacting with the methylene blue stain. Notice how some of the areas are packed with particles, while other areas are much more open. So then you got these darker blue clusters that seem to be collecting in certain parts of the sample. And what's weird is that this butter doesn't look smooth at all under magnification. It almost looks like a microscopic city made up of thousands of tiny structures packed together. And every time we increase the magnification, we're discovering that the butter is far more complex than it appears from the outside, right? All right, guys, we're at 1,000 times and going all the way just for you guys. And this is where the butter starts looking less like food and more like a crazy world. So take a look at this large circular structure. My guess is that we're looking at a fat-rich droplet. It's surrounded by much smaller particles and water-rich regions that have picked up the stain. So what's amazing is how much detail is packed into such a tiny area. Just a few moments ago, this looked like a simple stick of butter, and now we're seeing individual structures that are completely invisible to the naked eye. And this may help explain why butter doesn't always behave as one uniform material when heat is applied. So let's go to sample 2. So next up is Vital Farms, and just like before, we're starting out with the ball test. So butter may look the same on the outside, but heat can reveal differences hiding beneath the surface. If this sample breaks down differently than Kerrygold, that could give us another clue about what's happening inside the butter. So total time was 39 seconds, which was 4 seconds faster than Kerrygold. Okay, so let's do the pressure test with these 2 slides. Heat showed us one side of the story, so now let's see what happens when pressure is applied. If there are differences hiding beneath the surface, this test may help reveal them. So here we are with Vital Farms at 40 times magnification, and compared to Kerrygold, the difference is noticeable right away. The first thing that jumps out are these much larger blue regions spread throughout the sample. And just like before, my best guess is that the methylene blue is highlighting water-rich portions of the butter, while these lighter areas over here are likely more fat-rich regions. But unlike Kerrygold, the structure here appears much more separated. Instead of seeing smaller channels weaving throughout the sample, we're seeing larger pockets and boundaries forming between different regions. It almost looks like the components of the butter are more clearly divided from one another. Now, we can't say exactly what's causing that from the microscope side, but compared to Kerrygold, this sample definitely appears to be organized differently beneath the surface. Let's bump up this magnification. All right, so here we are at 100 times magnification, and compared to Kerrygold, this sample looks much more separated. Notice these large dark blue pools and all the other smaller blue droplets scattered throughout the slide. If my earlier theory is correct, the blue stain is following water-rich regions, while these lighter areas are likely more fat-rich portions of the butter. So what's weird is it's how clearly divided everything appears. With Kerrygold, the structure looked much more connected. Here, the different regions seems much more distinct, almost like they're occupying their own space within the sample. So now we're looking at 400 times magnification, and this is where Vital Farms really starts separating itself from Kerrygold. Look at these large rounded structures throughout the sample. Instead of one connected network like we saw before, everything appears more broken apart and compartmentalized. The deeper we zoom, the more obvious it becomes that these two butters are organized very differently beneath the surface. So now we're at 1000 times magnification, and compared to what we saw earlier, the structure looks much more refined. Those large pockets have mostly disappeared, leaving behind a field of tiny particles and microscopic features spread throughout the sample. Everything appears more evenly distributed at this scale, and compared to Kerrygold, Vital Farms seems to have a very different microscopic organization once we zoom in all the way. So we're going to the next sample. Let's do this. Last up, it's Land O'Lakes. At this point, you guys already seen the two tests with the butters. This is the same, and we'll see what this one does. Just like before, I'm using the heat to see if any structural differences reveal themselves. If this butter responds differently, which I think it will, than Kerrygold or Vital Farms, the scope will help us understand why. Let's see what happens. So the total time was 19 seconds on a cold cube, so quite different than the other two. So we'll see what the scope says. Okay, pressure test, Land O'Lakes. Wow, okay, there you go. All right, guys, so this is weird. Compared to Kerrygold and Vital Farms, Land O'Lakes looks completely different at 40 times magnification. The first thing that I noticed were all those blue droplets scattered across the slide. With Kerrygold, we saw more like river-like channels. With Vital Farms, we saw larger, separated regions, but here, everything looks broken up into hundreds of tiny pockets. If my guess is right, the stain is collecting in moisture-rich areas throughout the butter, and honestly, it makes this sample look more like a starry sky than a stick of butter. So now we're up to 100 times magnification, and the sample looks a lot different than the other two. What you're seeing here is likely a mixture of fat, moisture, and milk solids packed all together. The methylene blue stain appears to be highlighting tiny pockets of moisture throughout the whole sample, while the lighter areas are probably more fat-rich. Compared to Kerrygold and Vital Farms, everything looks much more evenly mixed together. Instead of large channels or separated regions like we saw, the structure looks much more compact at this magnification. So you guys see all that movement? So what you're witnessing is called the Brownian motion. Even though these particles appear to be moving on their own, they're actually being constantly bumped by surrounding molecules that are far too small for us to see. So at this scale, those collisions create a non-stop microscopic dance happening right in front of us. That's pretty cool. Let's bump this up to 400 times. Okay, so here we are, and honestly, this looks completely different from what we saw earlier. The deeper we zoom, the less this looks like butter and the more it looks like an entire microscopic world. Everywhere you look, there are tiny structures, tiny particles, and tiny boundaries packed together. Compared to the first two samples, Land O'Lakes feels much more crowded at this magnification. And look at the Brownian motion going, you guys. It's everywhere. It's pretty cool. Okay, now this is wild, guys. At 400 times magnification, we've stumbled across what appears to be a crystal formation inside the Land O'Lakes sample. So look at those long needle-like arms shooting out from the center. We're looking at a fatty acid crystal that formed as the butter cooled and solidified. In other words, we're seeing part of the butter's fat structure frozen in place under the scope. And honestly, this might be one of the coolest things we've found in the entire test so far. So I bumped it up to 1,000 times magnification so we can look at this structure again a little closer. So as you see here, I got 3 stars in the picture of the video right there, and it's pretty cool. So the methylene blue kind of interacted with the structures, and it made it simple for us to see. So after looking at all 3 butters under the microscope, what do I think? Honestly, I wasn't expecting them to look this different. Kerrygold, Vital Farms, and Land O'Lakes each had their own unique structure once we started zooming in. Some look more connected, some look more separated, and Land O'Lakes even threw us a few surprises along the way. I thought that was pretty cool. But here's the thing, you guys. The biggest differences showed up under the microscope. When we started applying heat and pressure, the gap between them got a lot smaller. So, is Kerrygold worth the extra money? If you're buying it for flavor, texture, or because it's made from grass-fed Irish milk, or if you're Irish, I can understand the appeal. But based on today's test, I don't think the other butters got completely left behind. That's only me, guys. What I can say is this: Kerrygold looked different. And after seeing all 3 up close, I understand why people consider it to be a premium butter. Whether that's worth the extra money, it's probably something you'll have to decide for yourself. Hey look, if you made it this far, you're officially the kind of person who watches butter under a microscope for 10 minutes and 21 seconds. And honestly, I respect that. But I think you need counseling. Hey guys, I enjoyed it. So if you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe. I've got a lot more strange food investigations coming up, and we're just getting started. Check that video out. It'll tell you if you're a bad egg or not. Take care of yourself and others. Say goodbye.